Hey guys, no video for the Buying a House in Japan playlist. A couple of our patrons have been asking us what's going on next door to the old farmhouse. This is what's been going on. Those 8 guys that dug that hole recently, that was for one of these new power poles, because apparently 2 of the driveways for the 2 of the new houses are actually being blocked by these existing power poles. So the developer is paying huge amounts of money to have new power poles put in different positions to allow them to put in driveways where they want to put them, which just seems insane, because as you'll see, it was a huge project, must cost a fortune. So they put the new poles in, and then the guys turned up, different groups of guys. So some guys came and did the NTT cables, some guys came and did the fibre optic cables, some guys came and did the power cables. So we had forklifts, cherry pickers, guys guys here every day for about a week, from morning till night out there yelling out to each other, blocking off our street, guardsmen outside. Every morning our day started with a guardsman coming to our house between 8 and 8:30. Every day except Sunday, banging on the door in the morning, calling out, "Sumasen, Sumasen," very impatiently, to ask us when we were going to be leaving the house during the day. And he wanted to know, and because we're, family, you guys know what that's like. We'll be leaving at 8:45, and then we'll be coming back at 11:10, and then we're going again at 12:30, and then we're coming back about 3, and then we're going again. He wanted to know all our movements during the day so that they could let us in and out when we wanted to leave our house. So massive pain in the arse it was. Having that dude bang on our door every morning was a pain in the neck, and then having to tell him what our movements were going to be. I mean, half asleep in the morning, having to explain to some total stranger what you're going to be doing during the day, what time you're going to be leaving, when you're going to come back. Because with work and the kids and everything else, we come and go. Sometimes we don't know when we're coming back. Real pain it was. And then every time we left the house, there's a big amount of faffing went on, as you'll see. Every time we came home, there's 2 different ways we can go. We can go left or right out of our driveway. Now, you can't just go around the block. It's about 5 minutes. If you come one way and it's blocked, you have to go the other way. It's 5 minutes. So anyway, lots of gravel trucks again. So how many times is that, guys? You guys have been following the story. We must have had 4 or 5 sets of guys come so far. It's not a big piece of land. The whole thing's about 800 square metres. So each of these blocks, we said the other day it's 10 metres wide. We measured it 7 metres wide, these 4 blocks are. 7 metres by about 12 or something, 15. So the whole thing's about, no, that's not right. That math isn't right, is it? The whole thing would be less than 800 square metres. It's not a big block, as you can see. And they've had 4 or 5 sets of guys come digging, taking dirt away, faffing around. There was one set that did the demolishing, and another set that built the brick walls, and then another set came after that. And another set came after that. Look, this is the next guys. These guys turned up with 2 machines. So just an incredible amount of faffing, moving dirt around and digging dirt on not a very big block, 4 very small blocks. So, yeah, you might be able to tell we're getting a little bit frustrated with it already. I mean, it's been, 2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 months with lots of roads being blocked and lots of noise and lots of people calling out outside our door and banging on our door and asking questions and trying to get us involved in it. We're just sick of it already, and they haven't even started building anything yet. That's all they've achieved so far is some flat dirt. Fabulous, guys. Good job. And this Gardaman power pole thing, just sort of interesting. To be honest, it is interesting. From where I'm sitting making this video right now, I can look out the window and watch these guys do their thing out there. So it does have its moments. It's like, oh yeah, look what they're doing there. Sort of curious to see what it's going to be like removing the old poles, actually. If we're lucky, we might get video of that if we happen to be around when they do it. Because it's a bit curious how they're going to go about doing that. Putting the new ones in is probably easier than taking the old ones out, you would imagine, right? They must have some special machine to grab hold of it and shake it backwards and forwards and pull it out. So huge job. Look at those transformers up there. Can you imagine? I mean, it was about a week and all these different guys coming and faffing around and lots of trucks and lots of Gardaman and all the rest of it. What that's going to cost the developer. to move these two poles. It must be massive. It must be tens of thousands of dollars for sure. So you've got to wonder how that could be worthwhile. Anyway, it's sort of just a bit, to us, you know, it seems to be incredibly inconsiderate. This is a one-lane road, one-lane street that we live on, and the one that goes parallel to, not parallel, perpendicular over where that truck is. Both of these are one-lane streets, but they're two-way, which means that every time they do something with a truck like this, they have to close the street. So then when we come home, we've got the government. If we're lucky, we'll just go straight through like this. And the guy running ahead of us there. To be fair too, these guys are extremely polite, the Gardaman, and they do their best to help. It's not their fault. So we're not complaining about them or the electrical guys either. They're an interesting group of guys too, calling out to each other, and they seem to be having a good time. So it's not their fault, but it's just inconsiderate of the developer, you know, to come along on a single lane road like this. It's two-way, busy road, and just do a big development on it. And he's not popular in our neighbourhood at the moment, but nobody's complaining, of course, except me. So yeah, when we approach from the wrong direction and they go, oh, you can't come this way today, it's actually 5 minutes to turn around and go back the other way. It's not just a block we can go around. It's actually 5 minutes, and that's happened a few times. We've sort of come along. This particular day, he stopped us. He was stopping everybody, and I was going to put the camera away, and then I noticed there's nobody there. The guys had actually finished work. There was one truck left down on a block of land, and the roads were actually clear, and he was still stopping the traffic. Look, because he'd been told to. Look, there's nobody on the road. So some days there was no one there. Other days we'd come back from somewhere and we couldn't get in because, you know, you can't come this way today. You've got to go the other way. So we have to go around 5 minutes around this big circuit through a set of traffic lights, 2 sets of traffic lights actually, to get back to the other side of the street, the other end of the street to come in. So it's not just a simple block we've got to go around because this is old area, you know, narrow little laneways. Yeah, they got to tell you how to drive, these guys. So anyway, I was pretty patient with them and they were nice guys. But this particular afternoon you're about to see, I came home really tired. So this is leaving in the morning, right? And in the afternoon I came home really tired and over it and drove down the street. And again, here's the Gardaman and here's the goings on. And I had no patience left at all. And he's about to tell me that it's not possible to go up the street. And I said, yes, it is possible. And off I went and tried. Big smile on my face.
まだちょっと車通りにくはできません。
できるよ。Yeah, できるよ。Yeah.
So he said, they're just finishing up cleaning, so you can't go now. You can't go now. And I said, I can. I can go. And off I went, because I could see they just about finished what they were doing. They're just cleaning and sweeping and hosing, right? So I said, yeah, I can go. He said, you can't go, you can't go. Yeah, I can go. And off I went. And he went, oh. So he's run off ahead to let them know, look out, the Gaijin's coming. I was nice to him, I was nice. So I saw him the next day too. Nice to him again then too. So yeah, that's what's been happening. Sort of had enough of that already, really. Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.